Hi Capricorn, and welcome to your horoscope for May 2020. It's a pleasure to be with you. Thanks for joining me. On the 3rd of May and on the 20th of May, there's a square, so there's friction between Venus, the love planet, and Neptune, the higher octave of Venus, so love on a global level. Neptune is in your third house of communication, making things a bit foggy when it comes to the way you think. And Venus is in the sixth house at 2 degrees, well, 20 degrees, 1 and 2 being a relationship, in Gemini, which is a Roman numeral 2, another relationship. So you can really use these days, the 3rd and the 20th, to realize what your hopes and dreams are really, really, truly when it comes to your career and how you want to be in relationship to career. If you're retired, fine. You find a way of having a purpose and finding a purpose. Great days for that. On the 7th of May, we've got the full moon in Scorpio. Full moon is when the moon is fully lit up and it lets go of all of the energy it's been building throughout the month. In Scorpio, it showers you with energy that allows you to uncover hidden secrets. And it really gives you a lot of strength when it comes to your friendships. You understand what's going on emotionally. You can be there for other people. On the 11th of May, Saturn, the planet of structure and stability and kind of your duty, Saturn is your ruler. It goes retrograde until the end of September, and it does that in Aquarius in your second house of money. So ideas about how to be of service to other people and to get money out of that will come from an inner platform, not from an outer platform. And that's why you ought to use this energy to look at how you can transform your working life. So work, I've mentioned a lot, and we've only just mentioned a couple of things. On the 12th of May, Mercury moves into Gemini. Mercury being the communication planet, and it's in your sixth house of work. So again, your daily routine, the way you work, the way you think about your body, all of those things are more loving and more productive than usual. They trine Pluto, transformation, Jupiter, good luck, the moon, the way you feel. Mercury makes friends with all of those guys in your sign of Capricorn. So the 12th of May is amazing for you to really just transform your work forever and also to make it work that's actually helpful to other people. Mercury stays in Gemini until the 29th. It then goes into Cancer in your 7th house. So sliding into June, you'll be interested in relationships. But going back to the 13th of May, Mars, the planet of drive and masculinity, that goes into Pisces in your third house of communication. Mars doesn't like being in Pisces. So Mars says, I want to break down walls. I want to be the strongest. I want to be number one on the leaderboard. I want to be the top salesman in the country. In Pisces, Mars is forced to adapt and to advance spiritually, to connect with something intangible. And men, the masculine energy, don't do very well with the invisible, the intangible, because it's all about what you can touch, what you can feel, what you can see. Very visual. So I personally believe that those of us who are more intuitive will, especially those of you guys, Capricorns, who are more intuitive, will find amazing spiritual progress on the May 13th. On May 13th, also, Venus goes retrograde, Venus being the planet of love, beauty, creativity, in your sixth house of work, goes retrograde until the 25th of June. And please don't start a new business, start a new relationship, or start giving yourself to something that you love and adore while Venus is in retrograde. It will seem to be amazing, but it makes all these promises and it doesn't deliver on them. So you may meet a guy who just seems like a dream. If he's too good to be true, he's too good to be true. So you really have to use your judgment. So, but do the romance thing before Venus goes into retrograde, before the 13th of May. You have the best chance to work on romance, but particularly your work, I would say, to change the way you think about your work. So hang with that. Then when Venus does go retrograde, look at other ways of continuing what you've already got in place. So your existing work, continue with that. Your existing routine, continue with that. And try and avoid major upheavals and major life-changing crises. So just left foot, right foot, keep things as they are, and they will be cool and calm and settled. On the 14th of May until the September 12th, the lucky planet Jupiter goes retrograde, and it sits in your first house of self in Capricorn, your sign, next to Pluto in Capricorn in your first sign. It's only your ruler Saturn who has defected to the other sign by going to Aquarius in your second house of money. Transformation and change, Pluto, and good luck and good fortune are in Capricorn in your first house of self. So until the 12th of September, good luck comes from within and from you transforming your life. And it goes exactly counter to Venus retrograde. So you have to pay attention between the 13th of May until the 25th of June that you don't give yourself completely to something, because it's going to go tits up. But spiritual structure, spiritual growth, growth in yourself, believing in yourself, being certain about what you do and who you are and how you can be of service to other people, that is what you ought to focus on during the Venus retrograde, because there you'll be a great success and you can create financial stability for yourself in May. On the 17th of May, Jupiter trines the Sun. So remember, Jupiter is in your sign of Capricorn, and it's next to Pluto, and it makes friends with the Sun, your identity in your fifth. So you really find a way to fall in love with yourself, which sounds cheesy as hell, but it's not. Falling in love with yourself is the best thing you will ever do in your entire life. Once you fall in love with yourself and you see yourself as you truly are, this divine light being, then the rest will fall into place. And you can hand it over. It's really, so the 17th is a day where just by you being you and looking at yourself and what you love and who you love and what you love within, that's existing in your life, that's not brand new, someone or something that's already been there. You've been with you for a number of years. You're able to really transform yourself and create much more certainty inside of you. On the 22nd of May until the end of the month, we have a new moon in Gemini, and that happens in your sixth house of work as well. So existing jobs which involve communication and which involve transportation or ideas, superb. Any new businesses like that, or new relationships, or new routines, be careful with those, because Venus is going to say, oh, I love this so much. But then, and it puts this veil over your eyes. And when it goes direct again, the veil's pulled off and you're like, what did I get myself into buying this new house? Because the new moon pulls energy in and it's like revving your wheels to shoot off. So I bought the new house. Now what? Because I thought I was going to reduce my commute to work. Whoopsie. or I was going to be closer to my local church. And the church is now closed. So be very careful with new situations that come into your life. Make the best and use the most of make use of yourself and your amazing loving connection with yourself. And the first 13 days, really look at how you can change things in your working life and how you can do something that you really love to do. And that's going to give you evidence of who you are. And you're going to get a huge confidence boost here in May. So you'll come out of May feeling much prouder of yourself than you went into May feeling about yourself. So I hope you have a wonderful month. If you would like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via the website, gregoryscott.com. To draw up your birth chart, I need your place of birth, date of birth, and time of birth. If you don't have the time of birth, then please order a chart rectification with me. It's a process where you give me 10 or more life events and I work out your time of birth. It's important because the chart changes every 4 minutes and the houses could be all wrong if you don't have the time. So having the time is important. Order that with me on the website. I'm also doing discounts on the website at the moment, so have a look at those. If you like the video, please subscribe and share it. Have a fab May. Go you, Capricorn. And I'll speak to you next month.